Hey, how we doing, folks? Rich Van Tassel with you. The Cleveland Cavaliers take the 1-0 series lead with a 116-105 victory over the Toronto Raptors. In Game 1, Toronto had to outscore Cleveland by 11 just to get it to an 11-point game. They were losing by 22 at halftime. Uh, at times Toronto got into this game. I'm looking at the final tallies now, though, for each quarter. I didn't watch the fourth. It was out of hand. I went to the hockey game and just switched back and forth, and Toronto never really got close. But 30 to 18 in the first quarter, 32 this in favor of Cleveland, 32-30 second, 34-26 third, and then Toronto 31-20 in the fourth quarter. So 2 and 3 were fairly competitive. Obviously, Cleveland took their foot off the gas pedal, allowed Toronto to get back into the game. But at times I'd say Toronto was playing even. I believe the closest they got it was 5. I'm not sure if they got it to a one possession game. They may have midway to late in the second quarter. But essentially, Toronto was even at times, as we see in quarters 2 and 3. But for the most part, Cleveland was handling it. Every time Toronto got any reasonably close, Cleveland pushed it. It got down to about 6 or 8, 6-8, 9 at one point in the third, and then Cleveland really blew the doors open to end the third quarter, and that's when I turned it off. Serge Ibaka for the Raptors, 15 points, 3 of 3 from 3, 6 of 14 shooting, pretty good game there. 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Kyle Lowry was very good in this one, 20 points, 11 assists, 7 of 13 shooting. DeMar DeRozan didn't really show up. They need him to be better than this. 7 of 16 was DeRozan, 0 of 1 from 3, 5 of 5 from the line, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. That's not even that terrible of a game. But like we said, Toronto has to be totally on point in this one. PJ Tucker, I thought, played well from what I was watching. 13 points, 1 of 4 from 3, 6 of 11 shooting, 11 rebounds. Nolan Powell also had 12 points. Powell's an interesting component because he's a guy who I think can score and brings a little X factor off the bench. Let's see if he gets more minutes. Didn't get many in the first round series against the Milwaukee Bucks. For Cleveland, Kevin Love, 18 points, 5 of 13 shooting, 3 of 6 from 3, 9 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 block. LeBron James, again, very good, 35 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. 13 of 23 shooting, 2 of 5 from behind the arc, and 7 of 8 from the line. Kyrie Irving, 24 points, 7 of 16 shooting, 3 of 8, 7 of 9 from the line. Also had 10 assists. So you look at the big three, 77 points, 18 of 26 plus 7 of 16 is 25 of 42 shooting. It's 25 of 52. I keep bringing down 10. Still right at about 50%. 5 of 11, 3 of 8, 8 of 19 from 3. So when they're playing that well, it's going to be a difficult time for the Toronto Raptors. Then you had J.R. Smith 2 for 4 from 3. Channing Frye 1 of 3 off the bench. Kyle Korver 2 of 4. Altogether 14 of 34 shooting 3. Cleveland can do that. They just don't do it all the time. But certainly their 3 game is right up there, and it's going to be hard to beat in comparison. Toronto 10 of 26. So they hung in there a little bit. We're minus 12 in the 3 disparagement, that is, and hey, you lose by 11 points. Overall, Toronto shot 43.8, and Cleveland shot 45.9, 46 rebounds to 43, so it's pretty good there. And Toronto actually out-offensive rebounded the Cleveland Cavaliers. So moving forward, and Toronto got off to a slow start, so the 43.8 is skewed there. That's not terrible, but again, they've got to be shooting at the 46 to 48% range just to stay competitive. Probably have to make a few more threes. They made a few more than their average. As we discussed, that's about 1.5 more. We'll just say 2 for round numbers' sake, because you can't really shoot 1.5 in a game. They were about 8 of 24, so here they were 10 of 26, 8 of 24 being their average. Certainly got to try to slow down LeBron James. Hope Kevin Love comes back down and Cleveland cools off from three. And Kyle Lowry's got to play better against Kyrie Irving. And as for the Cleveland Cavaliers, just keep rolling, keep moving the ball, keep getting guys involved. And they're going to be very difficult to beat moving forward. All right, so once this game goes final, the Capitals and Penguins, I'm going to tune in to Houston and San Antonio. Don't know if I'll stay up and watch the whole thing. We'll see. If I don't, I'll do the recap for it tomorrow. If I do, be sure to stay tuned for that tonight, and we'll bring it to you when it goes final. Alright, so we'll catch you in a little bit. Thank you all so much, and remember to please subscribe.